Well, hello everybody, this is John Michael. It's the feast day of St. Francis of Assisi, October 4th. And I'm standing in front of the icon of Francis and Clare, done by our great Ukrainian iconographer, Oleg Skoropadsky. And they're beautiful, beautiful icons, as you can see, and very big because I'm standing out away from them. St. Francis, of course, was the little poor man. He was no forgetful listener of the gospel. When the gospel said, go sell everything and come back and follow me, he said, that's what I'm going to do, and he did it. He had a decision to make as to whether he was going to be a hermit with a group of hermits in the woods above Assisi, or whether he was going to also preach. And he got the word to go and preach, confirmed partly by St. Clare right there. And so he is a great example of the mixed life between contemplative prayer in the some 24 different hermitages that he founded across Italy and preaching. And he was extremely famous as a preacher, drawing large crowds, 20, 30, 40, 50,000 people at a time, and very, very popular. Of course, at the end of his life, he bore the stigmata in his hands, his feet, and his side. And that was during his many rapturous experiences of the Lord in prayer. He went to the Holy Land and preached to the Sultan. And the Sultan said, if all Christians were like you, Francis, I would be a Christian. And Francis wanted him to convert, but he didn't. And he also prophesied the defeat of the Crusader army at Damietta because they were trying to convert souls by the sword. And he said, that will never work. You have to convert them by your love and by your life. By your love and by your life. So, in fact, they were defeated and turned back. So he was a prophet. He was a healer of many people when he was in his ministry. Many miracles were worked. And at the end of his life, he experienced the stigmata, which I alluded to already, which is the first time in history that somebody ever bore the wounds of Christ in their body. So a miraculous thing. And there have been stigmatists ever since. Of course, we remember St. Pio, St. Padre Pio, who was a stigmatist in our own time. And I've met other stigmatists, real ones, and they are usually just very ordinary people who love Jesus with all their heart, and God gives them this gift. And from this gift goes testimony and healing, and the same thing happened with Francis. So much to say about him, I can't possibly say all of it. Read one of my books on Francis, and you'll get more of the story. He was the little poor man of Assisi, and people called him an alter Christus, another Christ. He was just completely unique and remarkable in the Western Church. So, great saint. When other saints inspire me, but not enough, I can always turn to St. Francis and get the inspiration I need to keep going and follow Jesus in my vocation. So let's say together, St. Francis of Assisi, pray for us. And remember, all things are possible with God.